I didn't know who Anne Lister was before I started working here. The things that she touched, I have gotten to touch as well, which is very exciting because she was a very fascinating person.
I've learnt a lot about Anne's life through her diaries, particularly her intimate details of her life as a lesbian, and also the struggles that she went through to try and hide that.
Coordinating conservation across all our collections is quite complex. Environmentally monitoring our strong rooms, repairs, rebinding. We also do a lot of outreach work as well. We like to try and share a lot of our work with our audiences. The portrait is quite a beacon for people that look at our collections. We normally just associate her with the words that she writes, so it's a special object for us. The portrait unfortunately has some damage to it. It has some stains and some deposits on it. Today I have been doing some light surface cleaning using some grated vinyl eraser crumbs, and I've also been lifting some of the deposits of what I think are a dried adhesive that are on the surface of the portrait, just to reduce their distraction really for people that want to meet Anne.
So several of the letters in the collection were stuck down to a piece of paper, and so what we discovered was the adhesive was soluble in water. So first we tested the inks to make sure that they were not water soluble as well, and then we made a gel from agar rose, pretty thin layer of gel, traced around exactly where the adhesive is, and placed the gel on that, put a little weight on top, and waited until the moisture had seeped in enough to soften the adhesive. After that, the paper just peeled right away.
So Anne's passport was quite heavily folded. It was obviously used a lot because it was the passport. So it was quite crinkled and difficult to handle. It also had a huge tear along the top of it. So what I've done today is I've eased the folds and the wrinkles out on the passport so that it can lay flatter. It also allowed for the tear to meet so that it could be repaired. So I've repaired the tear along the top with a strip of Japanese tissue using wheat starch paste as an adhesive. So that allows the passport to be handled safely. If we'd not have repaired that tear, the handling of the passport could have caused more damage.
The diaries as artefacts are hugely important to the audience. Something that Anne touched is something that they want to touch and be in the presence of.
I think you can get so much information from physical items, the texture of the paper, the type of ink that it's written with, how the diaries are bound together. All of that is such important information to preserve.
It's opened Anne's diaries up to the world. It's allowed a massive team of transcribers to transcribe the diaries, including all the code, and I don't think that would have been possible without the conservation work that was carried out on the diaries before.
Conservation is very important. The work we do is preserving physical objects for future research.